I spoke with a parent who has a special education student, and the parent said, not the student, that the special education students are in the same class with the general population students. But does it work?
It depends on their IEP, but
Okay.
yes.
Is that, so that is the case, and is the system working for them too because of the way that you just said it works for kids who are ahead and those who need more attention are working with the teacher? Can you explain how this model still works with special education students?
Yes, so special education is a wide range of kids. So you have some life skills kids who need independent one-on-one care and instruction. And those are also special ed kids. And sometimes they cannot be with the rest of the students. The majority of special education students are moderate needs students. And those students, instead of their IEP will dictate where they are, but most of their individualized education plan, a plan required by law for special education students. So their IEP will dictate where that kid goes, but most moderate needs special ed students can be included, that's a technical term we use, in the classroom. So they are with their peers, learning at the rate their peers learn, with scaffolded support or with the special ed teacher helping right next to them. So it depends on their IEPs, but I'm glad to see special education students included in the classroom. I think that's where they should be. Gone are the days, I hope, where we just exclude kids just because they are special needs.
I want to touch bases with you about the special education students. You say it depends on their IEP levels. So the ones who are not able to be in these classes, are they in different classes?
Mm-hmm. So it depends on their IEP, but we have some kids who need one-on-one or a separate pull-out or a para-educator the whole time. We have the range of abilities. So depending on their IEP, if they cannot be with other kids, they will have the supports that is written into their IEP. Mm-hmm. So there are some kids who are not included in the classroom.
They go to NES schools and they're not in the classroom.
That's correct.
Okay.
They go to NES schools and they're not included in the classroom.
But if they're labeled special education students, they're being tested on the same level as regular students?
So those are good. These are good questions. I'm sorry.
No, I think I understand
yeah.
it. I just want to make sure I do, because maybe I don't, and this is a great question. Because of the system, they can be in there because they're getting more attention from the teachers. If they don't pass that DOL, they're spending more time with that.
So you really have to, these are granular questions. You really have to look at a student's IEP.
Okay.
Because every student is a little bit different. Most moderate needs, we have different needs of students. So moderate needs can be included in the classroom, should be included in the classroom. And in the NES model, they follow the NES model in the classroom. But we have other students who are special ed students who cannot be included in the classroom, and so we will follow their IEP.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any data that's showing that they're doing okay, or are improving anyway, or?
We haven't compiled that yet, but we will.
Okay.
We haven't compiled that yet, but we will.
So the data that you received from the NWEA test, it doesn't differentiate that level of.
We'll have to do that. So
okay.
we'll have to look at the data and pull that for the SPED students.